Hey guys, Dr. Victor, a happy Terraria Anniversary. To celebrate this anniversary, we're gonna be analyzing the lore that SafeMan, our logic developer, sent about 16 hours ago. Okay, so without further ado, let's analyze. So after reading this lore a couple of times, maybe even just once, we can see that Cthulhu is the main enemy of this story. But who exactly is Cthulhu? Well, let's read the first lines. A creature of immeasurable power and unknown origin, who arrived long ago with its seemingly sole purpose being to rain destruction on and to have dominion over all the sentient life that flourishes on your world. So these lines could tell us that Cthulhu is almost unstoppable, or at least it was. Well, obviously, we can't just read these first lines and understand everything. Let's continue on reading the next ones. None could stand against the advances of Cthulhu. The very fabric of Terraria itself seemed on the precipice of doom. At last, when all hope seemed lost, the ancient race of Dryads arose to wage battle against Cthulhu. The Dryads, with their unparalleled connection to the planet, were Terraria's truly last hope, as they joined together to save all life from annihilation. The Dryads were, alas, unable to kill Cthulhu. However, with the Dryads' combined power, they were able to cripple Cthulhu's ability to wreak further damage on Terraria by ripping out Cthulhu's eyes, part of his skeleton, and chunks of its brain. Ultimately, the substantial damage forced Cthulhu to retreat to the dark side of the moon, where it dwells to this day, gathering strength for another attempt at total conquest. As for the Dryads, sadly, all but a single member perished, and the sole survivor has not been seen for many years. Wow, that was a long part. So first, we can see that even out of all the Dryads, Cthulhu with its unimaginable power still beat the Dryads. However, the Dryads were still able to cripple Cthulhu to the point where Cthulhu had to hide to the moon. But why to the moon, huh? There's only one boss we know that went to the moon, and that is the Moon Lord. Now if you look closely, Moon Lord is missing 4 of its eyes. We can see that because 3 of its other eyes are actually working, moving, and attacking, while the 4 are inactive. We can see that Moon Lord is Cthulhu because of the damage it has. When you see at the bottom part, it's severely damaged, and we see at the top part, it's missing its eyes, it doesn't have a skull, and we don't know about the brain. It doesn't look anything, but we can assume that it's damaged. Because of this, now we know that Eye of Cthulhu and Brain of Cthulhu are parts of the Moon Lord, and Skeletron may be Cthulhu's skull, or the Moon Lord's skull. The Eater of Worlds might have an entirely different lore, but who knows, because the lore doesn't say anything yet. Now let's read the next lines. Much time has passed since the Great War of Cthulhu. However, rumors tell of a lunatic cult, led by a fanatical zealot, that is methodically seeking to revive Cthulhu to its former power and bring about the end of the world. As a part of these efforts, a renowned genius known simply as the Mechanic has been kidnapped and forced to rebuild the parts needed to make Cthulhu whole once again. Hushed whispers tell of the results of recent experiments. Horrible mechanical simulacrums of Cthulhu's organs. The Mechanic has nearly completed her work, only needing to finish the mechanical brain to restore Cthulhu to its full destructive power. So this explains many things. First of all, we now know that lunatic cultist's main goal was to revive Cthulhu. It was hinted throughout the game, but it's confirmed and made clear now. Secondly, we now know why there is no Brain of Cthulhu counterpart in hard mode. That is because, if there is, then we will need to fight Cthulhu, and that would mean we would fight something post-Moon Lord before even fighting Golem or Pantera. This part also makes me wonder if Eater of Worlds is actually a part of Cthulhu, as Destroyer is needed for the mechanical Cthulhu, and if the hard mode counterpart is needed, why shouldn't the pre-hard mode counterpart be needed as well? So that is the end of Cthulhu's lore. I think I've covered up and analyzed its whole story, but if I missed anything, comment down below on what I missed. But we still have some unanswered questions. One question being, if only a single Dryad member remained, then why are there so many Dryad names and that our Dryad can die and we get another one if there's only one member? Another question being, is Pansera and Golem connected to the story? Because Pansera is required to get Golem, and Golem is required to summon the lunatic cultist. So, are they part of the story, or are they just there to get some loot? Another question is, will we see a Mechanical Cthulhu in the 1.3.6 update, or maybe in the 1.4 update? Those are the only questions that I can think of. If you have some questions or have some thoughts about this, comment down below so I can see your opinions. So that is all, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe if you want more, and if you didn't enjoy, there's always that dislike button, and I'll see you in the next video.